All right. Welcome back to another episode of Over the Shoulder. Now, before we get to today's guest, you know what we have to do. We have to like, we have to subscribe, we have to share, we have to comment. What project have I worked on, my team worked on, and you're like, hey, I want to see the behind the scenes of all that went into it. As for what we're discussing today's project, it is the new series that MountainTop Studios and B-Roll Entertainment have done called UnSpoken. And as the name entitles, it is about the unspoken truth that is shared between four individuals whose lives interesting in a very interesting way. Now, as for today's guest, it's I call her the firecracker, meaning that she's so passionate. She loves what she do. She loves being behind the camera. She's like a Swiss Army knife. Like literally, she will pick up whatever single job that needs to be done on set, and she'll do it with a smile on her face. She'll throw out laughs, and I love that because it reminds me a lot of myself when. To this day, I'll pick up and I'll do anything. I'm the person. I'll boom. I'll take photos. I'll do video. I'll do lighting. So I see a lot of myself in her, and I love the passion that we share. I love the conversations that we have. And without further ado, I call her Sid Kid, but Miss Sydney.
Beautiful introduction. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Miss Birthday Girl just had a birthday.
Just turned
You
30.
know?
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God. What?
I
You're 30
know.
where?
I know.
Really?
Literally.
Oh man.
I'm like, wow. Like when I sit back and I think about it, I'm like, damn.
Okay. What did the first 30 years teach you?
Um, I would say it definitely taught me a lot about perseverance, about like leaning on God too, really leaning on God. Um, I've been through like, when I look back on my life, like, I've been through so much, like, I mean, I've got horror stories that, like, you know what I mean? And so, I think in all those times, though, like, God kept me, you know? And I don't think, sometimes, like, when we're in the moments, like, when we're in those situations, we don't see it, like, how God's interceding on our behalf because 'cause we're just like, "Oh my god, like, life sucks right now," like, you know what I mean? Or whatever, like, traumatic experience just happened, you know? But, like, the fact that I've been through, like, as many traumatic experiences I've been through, and I've gone through the things I've gone through, and I'm still sane. I'm still happy, like, I still have joy, I still have peace in my life. You know, like, that's nothing but God, you know? Like, it's nothing but God, like, you know?
And the music is just gratitude. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
just grateful for everything, you know? Yeah.
See, I find that when you allow gratitude to lead the way, that's when happiness is right behind it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that because happiness is a very hard,
Mhm.
it can be a very elusive
Yes.
construct, especially in our
Mhm.
line of work.
Yeah.
So it's like when you start letting gratitude and you're just again
Mhm.
grateful for the moments being here. That's actually why I started like in the moment. Like when I would
Yeah.
say in the moment, it was literally about we're here, we're in this moment. Whatever happened beforehand, we can't change it. So we
Yeah.
might as well be here. Whatever's gonna happen tomorrow, again, we ain't there yet. So we can't do nothing about it. So
Yeah.
we just gonna be right here. We're gonna be in the moment and just make it.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like, for me, it's just always been, like, especially in this industry, like, I think, I was telling a friend of mine, like, I felt like, I had, like, tied my identity to, like, the success of, like, of my career. And, it took me a minute to really kind of, like, realize that, like, I can't do that in this industry, like, I can't do that, in this field, you know what I mean? And I think it's so easy for us to get caught up in, like, trying to like we were talking about earlier, like, just trying to, like, be better and, like, put this project out and, get more clients and do this and do that, that we, like, forget, like, sometimes, like, you do just need to just sit and just, take everything in, and rest, get rest.
It's a dangerous place to be in when you tie happiness to success because
Yeah.
typically we aren't the captains of our success.
Mhm.
We are like other people kind of usually define if it was successful or not. You look at, a director, they can create the greatest movie in the world, but if it doesn't go to the box office and do numbers, then was it a successful project? Most people would
Yeah.
say no, even though they created something that they love, they enjoy, that a core audience of people can enjoy, but it's like that won't feel successful because the metrics don't
Mhm.
match that success.
Mhm.
So that's why I say it's a very dangerous place to be in. So I never try to tie my happiness to any form of success, any form of comparison either.
Yeah.
Because there will always be somebody who is looking up to you, and there will always be somebody who's doing better than you.
Yeah,
Like
true.
that's so it's like, so it's being grateful about where you've come. So for the people who are looking up to you, it's just like, hey, you can maybe help them get to where you're at faster than you did. And then knowing that the people who you look up to is like, hey, it's not unattainable. It's doable.
Yeah.
Like, just keep going. So again, don't look towards the future with envy. Don't look towards the past with regret. Just
Yeah.
keep it here, stay forward, keep the motion going,
Yeah. Yeah. And
so
I feel like sometimes that can be hard too, because it's like, especially with like social media, like, you're constantly seeing people put stuff out or they just won like this film award or, they just got this grant or whatever. You're just like, you know, yeah.
what I've learned is what I've learned in my time, because so many of my friends are tied into this industry, and so I know the behind the scenes of what I'm going through, but I
Mhm.
also, because we're friends, I get the behind the scenes of what they're going through, and I'm like, oh, okay. While on social media, I might be putting out some of this great stuff for the awards. I'm typically not going to be as vulnerable and transparent about some of the bad stuff that's happening in my life,
Yeah,
as most
right,
people wouldn't
exactly.
be. So it's just like everyone has a story, everyone's going through something. So that's why when I see
Mhm.
somebody win an award, like, I congratulate them. If I see a dope project, it looks good, it sounds good,
Yeah,
I'm like, just dope, because I don't know what it took for you to have to put that project together.
yeah,
And I know we
yeah,
know what it takes. We like
yeah.
the hours on set and the time and the
Mhm,
frustration. Just so anytime I see somebody, even if I technically, like, if it wouldn't be a project, I'm not gonna say I don't like the project, but a project wouldn't be for me. It's not my cup of tea.
mhm,
I congratulate them because they have a finished project. Like, you have a completed thing. Something that wasn't here is now here because you put in the work and you decided to move forward. And I find that that's so beautiful. And I tell people, like, hey, listen, that is a powerful thing. And you don't realize how rare of a person you are when you have a completed project. Like, I like to tell every single person on my team. So I'll tell you this now. It's like I always want them to do their own personal project. Like, in whatever capacity that I can help them do their personal project, I will, because there's a feeling that you get when you have a completed personal project. And it's a feeling that, it's like, for me, anytime I complete a project, it's like I feel the closest to God that I ever feel. It's like I feel like he's right there, and it's like I created something. He's showing me that, like, listen, this when I say I made you in my image and stuff like that, it's like I made you with the tools that I have, and we're right there. And I want people to experience that. Like, I think it's because in those moments where you're not living up to your potential, in those moments where it might be a little dark, when you have that feeling is always a part of you. You can always go back and lean onto the feeling like, hey, this moment is just this moment. But there's a moment where I'm going to do something greater. So I always tell people, like, yeah, get that personal project in, do that passion project, finish it. Even if, listen, even if it doesn't come out like it's never going to come out exactly how you want it, but just get that completed thing. And when you say, hey, I have this completed thing, like, there's a level of untouchable that you get. And it's untouchable, it's not even just untouchable from other people, it's untouchable from the doubts in yourself. And I think we oftentimes are our worst enemy, and our doubts to be like, oh my gosh, can I actually do this? Yeah, you can. Just trust me. Yeah,
Yeah,
it for me all the time as well. Like, again, I might have a few projects underneath my belt now, but it's like every single time, it feels like every single time I start a project, it's like, damn, am I gonna actually get this one done? Like every single time.
every single time you do
Exactly. So it's like,
that.
what are the doubts?
Right.
Doubts are just a waste of time. Kobe Bryant
Mhm,
said it. It's like, he has this great quote. He was like, you work your ass off, you work your ass off, you work your ass off, and then you lose. What do you have to
mhm.
do? You have to work your ass off. You work your ass off, you work your ass off, you work your ass off. You win. What do you have to do after that? You work your
Keep
ass off, you
working
work your
your
ass
ass
off.
off, yeah.
And so it's like, doubt doesn't do anything but stop you from working your ass off. So in order
Mhm,
for you to actually have the potential of winning, you gotta work your ass off. So let the
mhm.
doubts, listen, you're always crazy until you get it done.
Yeah,
So
literally.
let the doubts go away.
Facts, facts, and that's crazy that we are talking about this because I literally was just telling you that I wanna, like, shoot my own project this year, and I always, like, would tell myself even when I was younger, like, it's so crazy. I knew I was meant to be a storyteller when I was younger 'cause um I remember I went through a situation, with, my family, and, I was about, like, 12, 10, 11, maybe 12, I don't know. But, anyways, it's honestly, like, it's kind of a fucked up story, but long story short, we, like, I actually was, like, taken by CPS, like, me and my brother, and yeah, and I just remember thinking, like I'm in elementary school, by the way, and I just remember thinking, like, "Damn, my life is a movie," like, I just remember being in that cop car, and I was like, "Dang, like, my life is a movie, I can't wait to turn this
It
into
was
a
a
movie."
movie.
And so, like, yeah, so now, like, that I'm older and, like, I have, like, all these different, like, experiences that I've been through, yeah, like, I think I wanna start, like, you know,
You should.
bringing those stories, all the times, all the crazy times in my life where I was like, "You know what? This would make a good fucking movie." Like, yeah, and I have quite a
Yeah, I mean, but that's I
few.
mean, any creator that I know who's super dope, and when I listen to their interviews, it's always like the stories that do the best are stories that were authentic to them and resonated with them, the stories that they wanted to tell.
Yeah.
So, like for me, it's like a lot of my stories I do based upon healing, and whether it's father, daughter, mother, son, boyfriend,
Mhm.
girlfriend, husband, like all of that stuff, because again, traumatically in my life, there's not a lot of healing. So it's like for
Mhm.
me, it's like I want to be the healer. So
Yeah.
it's like, but that's what resonates for me. So when I'm writing a script and I'm telling a story and stuff like that, like I'm like, okay, what is a world like where there's healing is at the center of it?
Yeah.
And so it's like, so then I have to go down to why are these people broken? What has
Mhm.
happened? How do I rebuild these characters? How do I rebuild this situation? How do we like construct that? And then but that's authentic who I am. I'm not telling
Yeah,
everyone that that shouldn't
yeah.
be everyone's story to tell, but like for you, then it's gonna be something completely different. But if you stay authentic to what you want and the stories you want to tell, like at the
Mhm.
end of the day, even if it only resonates with one person, it's
Like,
like
yeah.
it's worth it,
Yeah,
because that one
absolutely.
person when it resonates and they talk to you, then you're gonna hear a piece of yourself in that story and you realize, wow, like I
Mhm.
helped someone this day and it's always worth it. It's always worth it every single
Mhm.
time. So
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that.
Mhm.
So,
No.
yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to this year. I have, like, projects that I've been, like, telling myself that I wanted to shoot, and then, like, I just allowed life to happen last year and just didn't get to it, but, like, I'm so quick to, like, hop onto help somebody else
Yeah.
with their stuff,
Yeah.
right? And so, I was just like, "You know what? Like, this year, I really need to" yeah, like
You need to just get it done.
mhm. Yeah, I need to
You
just get it done.
set a schedule, be
Like
intentional about it, make it happen. Reach out to people. More people are willing to help than you think.
yeah.
'Cause, especially if I mean, but if you sit back and ain't got time, like, I tell people my camera's just collecting dust if I'm using them, like, as long as I'm not on the beach somewhere, like, I'm
Yeah.
usually fine.
Yeah.
I'll come help. If I'm on the beach,
Yeah. Sorry.
sorry,
Right.
but yeah, but so I tell people reach out. There's so many people who wanna bring art, especially art that you're passionate about to life. So, yeah, so
Yeah.
just reach out, have that story, reach out, make it happen, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be challenging, but it's gonna be so much fun. When you get to the end, like, there's no better rest that you'll get on that day when you hit that export button, and after you watch it and you see it's like, "Alright, cool, I ain't got nothing else to do," and you go to sleep, I'm talking
Mhm.
about you're gonna get some of that good sleep, that slob on the side of the face sleep. Hey, listen.
I know
So
that's right. Well, yeah, that's definitely one of the things I wanna work on this year, is actually, like, not just letting, like, these ideas just sit, because I have so many of them, like, actually, like, acting on them as soon as they come.
I tell people
So,
don't do your baby idea, meaning the one that's like super. Don't do that one first. Make that like third or fourth.
yeah.
Do one that's like, it's cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool idea. I
That's
like
a
this
good idea.
idea,
Yeah.
but if I fuck up a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fine with this one. You don't want to fuck up a little bit on your baby project.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tell people that's like the third or fourth one
Mhm.
you need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, but do that, and then again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like I'm excited for the journey you're about to embark on. Mhm.
Thank you, you too. I'm
Okay.
super
So we're talking about stories.
mhm.
Unspoken. So I send you a script for Unspoken. what are your initial thoughts when I'm just sending you the story of it?
Man. So when I read the story so I actually had to read the story more than once because I was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Am I tripping? Like, wait, hold on. Wait the fuck." Like,
Mm.
I'm, like, trying to, like, wait a minute. So I had to actually read it twice, and then after I read it, I was like, "Damn, try me." Like, I was like, "You know what? This story is like this is lit. Like, this and it also was kind of like had, like, some funny element to it too, so it was just like I was like, "You know what? Like, yeah, let's do it." And that's when I had, talked to you about the idea that I had in my head for that scene, um, with them, like, in the car. And remember I was telling you, like, I originally, like, had put together this mood board for, like, a music video that I'm still gonna shoot. But, I was like I still just, like, for some reason could not get that image, like, of the colors in the car, and, like, I just couldn't get it out of my head. So I was like, "You know what? Like, I told you about it, and you actually put it in the script." And I was like, "Yeah." I was so excited. So, yeah, so it was up from there. I was so excited.
It's very, I mean, again, it's a gift from God, and I don't take it for granted, but it's not hard for me to write. It's not
Yeah.
hard for me to put concepts together and make it happen. So it's like when you say, "Hey, I want to do like some sexy car line," I was like, "All right, cool.
Yeah.
I can write a car scene." Like it's super simple. So as I started thinking about this story, even Caitlin said like episode 2, she wanted to do like that follow shot.
Mhm.
That was like something she had told me. I was like, "All right, cool. I can make a scene based upon that."
Yeah.
Um, and then I'll just work the story. Like for me, the
Yeah.
story, like I can always make it work.
Yeah,
Like,
and it flowed, like,
mhm,
organically. So I do
mhm.
appreciate you, incorporating my little quick scene
Well,
idea
yeah.
in
I
there.
mean,
It
well,
was
a
nice.
big thing about Unspoken is that I call it like iron sharpening iron. And sometimes it's just like there's certain things, there's certain new techniques, like there's certain stuff that I have like I'm gonna shoot a feature this year. I don't wanna be working on those techniques during the feature because it's
Yeah.
already gonna be so much. It's already you're looking at an 80,
Mhm.
90-minute project,
Yeah.
so many different days, tires. We're all
Yeah.
gonna be tired, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I kinda wanna if we need to do a sexy car line scene, okay, we kinda know we know
Yeah.
how it feels. We know what it is to do that. I don't wanna be working on it. I don't wanna be working on these sound techniques or stuff. So I was taking a lot of the time in Unspoken, super short project, like 12, 13 minutes, shot it in 2 days.
Mhm.
Let's try some of these techniques. Let's see, like, again, a big thing for me is also I wanted to see, like, I worked with Caitlin obviously a lot, and then I started working with you a lot as well. I want to see how my 2 Sagittarius,
Oh,
in my
yeah.
life is start,
Yeah.
work together because I feel like y'all have a very similar skill set, but it complements each other in so many different things. So I was like, I feel like y'all, in my mind, felt like y'all would work good together, but I ain't never seen y'all like actually work together
Yeah.
in that capacity. And then to me, in Unspoken, it worked.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, cool. It actually does work. Um, and so like I like when I shoot the feature, I would love to have you and Caitlin back again,
Yes.
and it's like, but I want that dynamic to already have worked. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to,
yeah.
see that because for me, building up a team is like, I mean, if my dreams come to reality, it's like as projects go bigger, it's like, oh, cool. I'm building up this team that I'm gonna as everything grows, like, okay, cool. I already know that position's filled, that position's filled. All I gotta do is make a
Yeah.
phone call and I already know how they show up. I know your habits, I know the energy you're
Yeah.
gonna go, and we're ready to go. People ask me all the time, oh, I want to do this. I'm like, that position's kind of already filled.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
if this person can't make it,
Then
maybe,
maybe, yeah.
maybe, but it's like, but I'm big on that. Like I have people in mind that I think about like, ooh, okay, this is your skill set. And
Yeah.
I think this is something that you enjoy as well. Cause it's not even just you being good at something, it's like this is
Do you
something that you
enjoy it?
enjoy
Yeah.
because when you're on set for 12, 15 hours,
Like, you better like it
yeah,
or
yeah,
you
that
be
14th hour,
miserable.
if you don't, you're miserable. And
You're fucking
I'm getting cussed
miserable,
out. I'm like,
yeah.
whoa, I'm not trying to catch strays here.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you enjoyed doing this. So it's a thing,
Facts.
so I really did appreciate just again when I say that I saw like you picking up and doing the little things, like to me on set, the MVP is not the person who brought everyone together. It's the people like the quote unquote small people who you only see their names in the credit. You
Mhm.
don't actually see all the stuff, but like those are the pieces that made the project. Like whenever you see these big $1 million projects, like those pieces like that kept everything flowing, like who put out a small fire. But that
Mhm.
small fire become big
Could've
fire real
yeah.
quick. Like those are the most important people and I've been on every single level of the job. Like
Mhm.
I know, like you said, even when my time when I was like doing background acting and stuff like that, I was like, oh, the background actors mess up.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
would mess up a take, and then we got to do it all over again. Like so, even them understanding that their assignment and being present and not taking it as a joke, but if you don't make the background people feel appreciated, then maybe they do take it as a joke.
Mhm.
So, as my sets continue to grow, like I always want everyone who steps apart in the Mountaintop
Yeah.
Studios know that they're appreciated, they're loved, their input is valued, and you're heard, you're seen, like all of those things. I try to be very intentional about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that, like, when I, like, work with you guys, I definitely feel like I'm a part of, something, like, bigger, part of, like, not just, like, a team, but kind of like almost kind of like a family a little bit, you know what I mean? So again, I appreciate you for y'all adopting me and bringing
Mhm.
me in.
FireNation, gang, gang. Okay, so
Mhm.
we get on set, and
Mhm.
we actually see how everything's flowing. Are there some moments that you are like, oh my god, I can't wait to see how this comes out in post production?
Um, for me, it was the bedroom scene with, Travis in the bedroom or Kevin in the bedroom. I was really curious to see how that would come out, and then also, of course, the car lighting scene. That was the thing that I was, like, the most, like, anxious about because I was just, like I was looking at all these different, like, um just, like I was on shot deck just looking at all these different, like, scenes and, mood boards and stuff, and I was just like, "Alright," and, like, of course, like, I've DP'd, I've DP'd, like, 2 projects, so I'm like, "Meh," like a little baby, getting my little feet wet or whatever, but this was, like I felt like it was a little different because, like, in this position, like, I'm solely, like, um, I guess, what, key grip? Like,
You
or
know,
I guess that's what you but, like, my only thing was, like, I'm only, like, focused on the lighting, but, like, because my cinematographer mind is kind of like, "Okay, but, like, what about, like, this and that and that?" So, it was, like, trying to just, like, solely, like, stay focused on just, like, the lighting, and then trying not to, like, um, overthink it too. Like yeah, because I can overthink, and I can be a perfectionist, and we'll be sitting up messing with them lights for, like, a good, like, 15 minutes, like
lighting can be real fun. Like that's the only thing. Like, yeah, I actually kind of blur the lines when it comes down to like director, AD, DP, key grip.
Mhm.
I technically know the job description for each of them, but my AD should be able to do this DP thing. Like I'm like one of
True.
like my key grip should be able to do this AD thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I need to put you in this role real quick,
Yeah.
like
Facts,
you
like,
should
you
have that
should
versatility. Like it
exact
shouldn't be like a fish out of water. So
facts.
I actually for this project I had no idea what I want to let you ask for it.
I
Um,
don't know, but I just, like
it's
I
somewhere
just know
I would
that
say somewhere between the AD and the DP though. It's
okay. Yeah.
in between one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I'm so used to, like, having more than one job, so it was, like, in this particular project, like, I only had one job, and I was just like, "Okay, Sydney, just make this look as pretty as possible. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up." And so, yeah, so once we actually got out there, and we were, like, setting up lights and stuff, and I was, like, playing around with, like, placement and stuff like that, that kind of really helped me with, just understanding not only how lighting can, it can be easily manipulated no matter, like, what the setting is, but also just, like, fuck it, like okay, like, set the light right there. Let's just see what it looks like. Fuck it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I think, like, I am like, the perfectionist in me is just like, like, "Oh, I wanna make sure it's perfect. Hold on, let me double check. Let me look on the camera again. Let me leave it"
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, when we're in those types of environments, we don't really have that kind of time, especially where we were shooting at. That was another thing, like, we had to, like, low key, like, get in and get
Yeah, yeah.
so I was just like, "Alright, I'm just gonna set the purple light right here, and hopefully it does what I need it to do." Like,
But
and it did exactly what I
we
needed
did
to do.
take some time to find that perfect angle and then let it
Yeah.
bleed through in the way it did.
Yeah,
So
we
yeah,
did, we
it did,
did. But I was trying my best not to, like, take up too much
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then
didn't
it
get
was cold too, so
it
I was
was
like,
cold,
everybody was
raining,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
raining, like
yeah. You know, my team, they do get on me about this because I always pick, like, the coldest days of the year to shoot something, but it's the thing is because it would be great to shoot something in the summer, but we all so busy in the summer 'cause
Yes,
summer
'cause it's summer,
is getting money
yeah.
time. When you hit that December, you hit that January, things slow down, it's like, "Oh, it's a
Yeah,
great time to be creative right now."
yeah, and that makes
Um,
sense.
but yeah, yeah, so but it's also cold and, we
Yeah,
do a lot of outdoor scenes. I'd be like, "Hey, sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, guys."
But it all came together, though. It all came together
It
really
did, it did.
nicely.
Okay, it did. So you
Mhm.
got to watch all 10 episodes.
Yes.
Okay, so what were your thoughts?
That came out, like, it was actually, like, a lot more than what I thought it was gonna be, like, emotionally, like,
Mm,
emotion-wise. Um, like, yeah, like, it was just, like, cause it's one of those things, like, if you've ever been in, like, that position where, like, like, you're the girlfriend and, like, you feel like he's doing something, but you just can't put your finger on it, you know what I mean? And so for it to, like, be somebody that's, like, close to you or something like that, if that's never happened to you or if it has happened to you, like, when you see that, you're gonna feel it, you know what I mean? And so, and even if you haven't, like, just watching, like, the emotions, like, you feel that, you know? And so I was just like, "Wow," like, the acting pulled everything together. So, I'm very proud of everybody, like, shout out to everybody. Shout
They
out
did
to
their thing. They
everybody.
did. They
They
did.
did their thing.
They did. I was very pleasantly surprised by a
Yes.
few of the different performances and again, I always look for when I think about a great actor, me as a writer, I give you the bones. Like
Mhm.
it's not about me giving you the full body of life with this character. No, I give you the bones. It is up to you to breathe life to it.
Yeah.
And I think when you can breathe that life into it, that's a great actor.
Mhm.
And so many people think, okay, I'm just gonna do the job as it's written on paper, and I'm like, that's cool, that's fine,
Yeah.
but it's like there is a level of like becoming this character, like it, or
Mhm.
finding that character within
Yeah.
yourself. Because we've all, we all got a hero in us, we all have a villain in us, we all got an asshole in us, we all got a
Yeah.
little bitch in us, we all got like
Yeah,
all
a
of those different, but
little
you
something,
some,
yeah.
you have it. So it's finding that little piece of it that makes it feel authentic
Mhm.
instead of being like, oh, what would an asshole do? I'm pretty sure you had a moment.
Right.
Listen,
Like, I kinda
like
know a little
a little
bit.
bit, yeah. So for me, and oftentimes what I will do is like, especially before I like cast somebody, I'll have a
Mhm.
conversation with them,
Mhm.
and like it's a conversation not even about the script. Like I'll talk to you about your family, about your friends.
Mm.
I'm trying to get to know you. Okay, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, you did okay. I see that that's a little dark humor. Okay, so maybe you can bring some of that to the character, or like,
Mhm.
I've had so many times with
Yeah.
these actors and actresses. I've talked to them. Like, I've made a few actresses cry on our first meetings because
Mm.
I'll just ask a question, and it's like no director's ever asked me that question before about like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, now they're crying and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. But to me, that shows me, okay, you're in touch with your emotions. You're in touch with this kind of stuff. So it's like you can actually bring
Mhm.
this character and a lot of this stuff to life. Um, so you're okay with being vulnerable with me as a director. And I think that's super important between a
Yeah.
director, first of all, director and crew,
Yeah.
and a director
Very
and his
nice.
actors and
Yeah.
actresses. Like, I want people to be able to come up to me and be vulnerable. I want people to come up to me and be able like, hey, I'm having this. This is happening in my life. And they're like,
Mhm.
cool. Thank you for telling me that. So if on
Right.
set you just walk away for like 5 minutes and we don't see, I'm like, hey, listen, they going through something right now.
Mhm.
It's like it's easy for me to be able to have that level of sympathy with you, but I can't have that if you don't
Mhm.
feel like you're vulnerable enough to be with me. And I adopted that mindset because I remember when I first got in this industry, like I found so many women wouldn't speak out when they had like situations happening on set
Yeah.
because they don't want to be
'Cause they don't
difficult.
feel yeah.
They don't feel like it's a
It's a
safe
safe
space.
space, yeah.
So I knew for me, it's like, okay, I want you to be able to have that conversation with me. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like again, early on sets, I had like, I'm DPing and stuff and somebody else is directing. Like I've seen like male actors like bothering female actresses and it's like, they're just putting up with it and it's just like, for me, I'm like, hey, I'm telling the director, like, because they're so again, the director's wrapped up in their own world. I'm like, hey, you might need to talk with this actor or actresses because they're going through something. And there's something happening on set. And I don't think they don't feel comfortable speaking with
Yeah.
you. I could be wrong, but I wasn't wrong in that situation.
Right.
But it's as big as like, but they don't feel like, I don't want to be difficult. I don't want to be this guy. So they're like, haha, I'm laughing, but you're getting harassed.
Yeah,
And it's like, hey, as a director, you're supposed to step in, make that call, like, hey, sit that person down, like, hey, this is not allowed on set. If you do it again, we'll replace you. Cause I'm very big on,
yeah.
hey, listen, ain't don't one monkey don't stop no show.
Okay.
Like, listen, I you know,
And one thing I can say about you is that you do create, like, a safe space on your sets too, you know what I mean? Because you do work with, like, a lot of, like, female or, like, women, just professionals in this, in this industry, like, most of your like, I wanna say, like, more than half of your team is,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
women, so it's like
It
so, yeah, so I love the fact that that you create such a safe space for us and that, you make it easy to come to you and talk to you, but also, like, we don't I mean, at least I haven't had any, like, issues on any of your sets because like, you make sure that, like, the people that you bring on set are solid, like, you
yeah,
know what I
no,
mean?
I
So
know, I bet.
yeah,
I bet, yeah.
like, you don't just let just anybody, just come into your shit, so it's like, so I always feel safe knowing that, like, the people who are gonna be on your set, like, they're all cool.
It's one of I call it it's one of my my secret tips is I do have a production company where we do weddings and all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So it's like, and I can have hiring power for casting. So like, hey, I have this small project where I need a model. Cool. I hire this
Mhm.
model, pay them. I'm looking when they come. I'm looking at your personality. I'm looking at how well you took direction. I'm looking at how well you communicate and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You did well. Now I can maybe bump you up to this. I'm looking at somebody let you shoot a wedding. Like, hey, listen, did you do a good job shooting a wedding? I don't expect it being perfect every single time, but okay, cool.
Mhm.
If it wasn't perfect, did you communicate the things where you felt like you could have did better and you didn't do better? So it's like, and when I get to the editing bay, like I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't have to be looking like that because I
Yeah.
already knew. And like those things to me go so far. And when you communicate the mistakes you make to me, it's like, okay, I know that hey, at the end of the day, you're someone I can trust.
Mhm.
And so then I can bring you on these projects. Like now we can really have fun because I know your
Mhm.
character. So
Mhm.
it's like, so I'm very bad. I vet every single person. Then I'll
Mhm.
bring one person around to somebody else and I say, okay, if these two people click, I know they'll probably click with the entire group. But
Yeah.
if they don't, all right,
Mhm.
but I'm also pretty good at reading energy, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. Like a lot of my friends have become friends just
Yeah.
because again, we just have good energy with each other, and that's one of my proudest things that like everyone kind of works together. I love when I see like if you and Caitlin go do a project by yourself, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Like you, like it's like
And we were actually talking about that, like,
please go
the
do
other
it. Please
day.
have fun.
Like,
Go like I for
so yeah.
me, it's like I want to see more dope shit. Like that's literally
Yeah.
I just want to see dope shit. Like
Yeah.
coming from dope creators. So like whatever it takes to get there. If you need me, if you
Mhm.
don't need me, if you want me, you don't. It is cool. Just go create the dope shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Man.
And I just have a feeling that we're gonna be creating some really dope shit.
100%. 100%. Like I said, and I have found that I used to feel like such a lone wolf, like for
Mhm.
so many years, and I found that like when I started finding these other lone wolves. And it was like, "Oh, we're not so alone anymore." And it's like we push each other to do more and more. So, like, even when I tell people, "I want you to do a personal project. I want you to do that kind of stuff." "Hey, what do you need me to do?" I don't have to come be Enoch, like, my director bad. I don't have to be that. I'll be boom guy for you. I will boom. Like, I'll be scripty. I'll be crafty if you need me to be. Like, which what do you need? If it's gonna help
Yeah.
get the job done and move the project forward, if that's the
Mhm.
thing that you're freaking out on, is I don't understand how to be crafty. Okay, I'll take care of that for you. Like, I want the project to move forward. So
Yeah.
it's just like getting people together again to create dope shit. Like whatever it takes to move the project forward. That's the hat I will wear for the
Yeah.
Fire Nation. That's the hat.
Yeah.
Fire
For
Nation.
Fire Nation,
You gotta
right.
earn Fire
So
Nation.
you
Okay,
gotta be
you gotta
very yeah,
yeah.
very
Listen,
Fire Nation,
very
'cause
Fire Nation.
yeah, and I really appreciate that too, 'cause that's kinda how I felt, like, before I met you, like, I felt like I was kind of, like, alone, like, a lone wolf, and then, like, when, Nikki introduced us and, like, it was just like, "Oh my god, I met my people." Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Nikki,
Shout
we
out to
love
Nikki.
you
We love
so
Nikki.
much.
We love Nikki.
But yeah, like, it was just like, wow, like, I found, like, you know a little team, a little
Yeah,
crew,
look,
and it turned out to be, like, almost kind of like a little, like, film family, which is really dope, you know? And so, so I love that, we can, kind of collaborate on each other's things and, like, help each other out in whatever capacity.
yeah,
So,
because again, when one of us wins, we all win.
that
And it's just like it just growth happens not by yourself, but as a team. Like
Yeah.
again, because the if a person's just growing by themselves, it's cool, all that kind of stuff. But you can be that's a lonely road growing by yourself. You rather grow
Man.
together. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I feel bad for people every single time they have an idea, they gotta literally like, oh, they're putting
Do
out they
everything
need
themselves.
do everything or they're putting out they don't know other people who are willing to like work with them on this project. And it's like
Yeah.
that. I couldn't imagine showing up to a set and I hadn't worked with any of these people before.
Yeah.
Like to me, I think about Hollywood, like these directors is like, oh, they show up, you ain't never worked with your AD before, you ain't never worked with this
Yeah.
DP. Like, I would be like,
And that's why it's so gatekeepish. That's why the industry is so gatekeepish because, like, yeah, like you said, like everybody likes to continue working with the same people that they're used to working with, you
yeah,
know?
it's 100%. I mean,
Mhm.
I get it. I get why Spike, Denzel,
Mhm.
Quentin Tarantino, Samuel, Ryan Coogler, Michael. I
Mhm.
100% understand that. Because it's showing up with someone. Because for me, I know I have trust issues. Like
Mhm.
again, when I get Caitlin on our podcast, she's gonna talk about how like literally
Mhm.
she had to earn the trust of like even for this project, like I literally like we had to have a time where I had to step back. I can't see what she's seeing on camera. I had to trust her
Yeah.
eyes, and I had to just look at the performances of the actors and believe that she's capturing the moment how I want her to capture
Mhm.
it, and she did a fucking amazing job. But that's a trust that she definitely
Yeah.
put in the work and she earned it. So, but for me, it's
Definitely.
like that took a
You
minute. That
like
took a minute.
facts, like,
Yeah.
you like, "Ooh, shit, I'm getting a little nervous."
Nervous. I was good, you know. But we've done. I mean, me
Mhm.
and Caitlin have done hundreds of projects together. So I mean, it's just
Yeah.
at that point, it's just like she knows kind of what I look for and what I'm thinking about, and she also knows that she has the freedom to do something creative. If
Mhm.
she feel, and I'm very big on hey, if you feel like this is a shot, if you feel hey, you want to swing over this way and this time, I'm like swing over it,
Yeah.
like because we can do another take. But in that moment
Mhm.
when you feel it, like that might be something else telling you, hey,
Yeah.
get that, and like I'm go with that feeling.
Yeah.
And then I'm very big on it. If I feel it and I don't have the camera in my hands, I'll be like,
Right, like, yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah. So for Fire Nation, I like to give all the creative liberty to like, hey, listen, if you feel like this is something cool, we can always try it.
Yeah.
You know, and every single time for the most, I'll say like 90% of the time we try something, it's usually the take that I use.
Mhm.
So, because it's just that's the creative part. That's when again that family,
Yeah.
to the building of it, like that's what makes it dope.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
mhm,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to Unspoken. I'm looking forward to releasing it. I'm looking forward to seeing how people
Oh, how people react
react
to
to
it,
it.
yes.
Yeah. So
I can't wait.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
It's
it
definitely
is
gonna
gonna
be
be
fun.
fun.
So Sydney, uh, first time on the podcast. First
Yes,
time
this
on
is
the
my first time.
first.
Y'all, this is my first time on a podcast.
I didn't know it was the first time. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm
You
honored.
never been on
I'm
a podcast
honored.
before? Oh my
Oh, listen, first of
god.
many. First of
Yes. Oh,
many.
I hope so. I hope
100%.
I how did I do? Did I do pretty
You
good?
did great.
Thank
You did great.
you.
You just wanted to feel natural. That's all the
Yeah.
podcast. You want to feel natural, be yourself.
Yeah.
Like in life, feel
Yeah, in
natural,
life,
be yourself.
just
Like
period,
just be
yeah.
yourself. Because if you be somebody else, you're always gonna be disappointed in who
Mhm.
you showed up as because you didn't show up as you.
Facts.
Mm, mm.
Appreciate you, E, for the for having me and for the advice, for the conversation, for the love, for letting me use your equipment whenever I need to. Like
Yes,
literally anytime like I am like in a pinch and I'm like, I need help. I need like a specific type of lights or something like and I call E, like he is like so clutch. I love him so much. But
Fire Nation.
Fire Nation, only Fire
Yeah,
Nation
only
though,
Fire
but, like,
Nation.
that just goes to show, like, the importance of, like, friendship, you know what I mean? Especially in this industry, like, building those relationships because yeah, like, you're not gonna always have, the money to spend on, thousands of dollars worth of lighting equipment or cameras and things like that, but your homeboy you feel me? Your homeboy just might. And a lot of times it's kind of like, I help you out, you help me out. You know what I mean? Like
I live.
I come out and I
I don't
will
count favors.
I will shoot with you guys for however many hours, you know what I mean? And the fact that you'll let me, borrow a light for, a day, you know what I mean? Like those things, like that's how we like build our community and pour into each other. So
You're a Fire Nation. We don't count favors. You need something, you ask
facts.
me. Now I might ask you for a favor
And
later on, but we don't count
yeah, but we
favors
don't
here.
count
We don't
favors,
count
like
favors. We just do. Because
yeah,
I've seen there have been times where I did not have and people showed up for me, and then there have been times where I've had and then I show up for people, and it
yeah,
always comes back. It always does. So, like, that's the one truest thing that I know about life. Whatever intention and energy you put forth, it will always come back to you. So
yeah,
if you put in forth bad intentions, bad energy, that's gonna come back to you as well. But you put forth good dope ones, it comes back to you. I don't think this is to me. It's not an accident to have so many dope people around me. Like
yeah,
that's this not. It's like my biggest weapon is that I have an amazing group of people around me that at any given time, I could be like, I have this wild, crazy idea, and I don't doubt that I can get it done. I
yeah.
don't doubt at all.
And there's gonna be somebody on your team that's like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Fuck
Like,
it.
let's do it.
Fuck
Like,
it. Fuck it. Like, hey, I'm free this weekend. All
right,
right,
like,
bet.
let's
That's
do
all I
it.
needed. That's all I need. That's all I need. So,
Thanks.
yeah. So I appreciate you for coming on over the shoulder, Sydney. You will be
Thank
back,
you.
for the next
Absolutely.
project we're working on. So, yes, I look
Absolutely,
forward to it.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Thank you for having me.
All the things, right?
Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Sydney Saint.
I'll make sure
Yep.
I put it below.
Yeah.
That's always Sydney just did. She shut it down on over the shoulder. You see the creative mind, one of the greatest creators that I know. And before we get out of here, we got to do. Share. You got to comment. What project do you want to hear the behind the scenes on and working on? So, I'll bring him to the seat and we'll talk about it, give the nitty gritty truth. As I always say on Over the Shoulder, that's